Hi, welcome to Design It with Tammy Gibbs. I'm Tammy, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Artistly 5. And we're going to go in and create a design, and we're going to be talking all about adding texture to your images and how it can affect your end results. So let's jump right in. Okay, so we're going to be working inside the artistic designer just because that's going to be a really good place for me to be able to show you how these different effects can be added to your images and across the board with different products, how they can affect how elevated your images can be. We're going to go into my personal designs, and I'm just going to scroll down here and show you some of the amazing elements and textures that I've been able to add to some of these images as I was preparing for this video. So I'm going to be really upfront with you. I'm still refining. Now, this one I could go in and fix. This is obviously wrong here, but the image itself is precious. So, and this would not be for clip art. This would be probably more for like wall art or something to that effect. Excuse me, doing another really early morning video for myself. But one of the problems, although these are gorgeous, gorgeous tutus and gorgeous images, one of the problems I did find was that um, all of this makes it very difficult to get a clean image for clip art. So what we're going to do is we're going to back all the way up to the basics on adding texture. Okay, so we're right here. This is where I got started. And these are some textures that I have in my playbook that you can adapt to different applications. So let's look at this one. This is a great texture that you can actually add to junk journal elements. It's a really neat texture. I'm going to open up, and this is an idea too. If you have Windows 11, you can do these tabs. And so I have like 3 of my playbooks just in here that I can, open up. And it doesn't take up all my space all the way across. And then I have different things I'm working on. Like these are some Canva things I'm working on. And it's just a really great way to keep up and not having to keep going in and opening up things. I have been doing that with my videos for a while. And I realized that I didn't have them in tabs, so they would be a lot easier to keep up with in those tabs. And anytime that we can save a little bit of time on repetitive tasks, then that allows us to spend more time making decisions that'll help us make money. Okay, so in the AI Artist Playbook, especially Volume 2, which is where I do a lot of my work from, Volume 1 is a lot of instruction and troubleshooting. And yes, there are sample prompts. And I mean, it's like over 400 pages, so it's full of things. Volume 2, I took a little different approach. And the way that it is just laid out is very easy to copy and paste things and to find things that are related. So it's a little bit more referencey. So, for instance, this is watercolor and artistic clip art. And so you'll see that each section has like the substyles of watercolor and artistic clip art and whatever subject it is. And then it'll have textures and brush strokes. So these are the things here that are some hidden features that are actually really cool. So we're going to go in and we're just going to pick, let's just say, the whimsical. Let's see, the whimsical and fun clip art. We have a lot of textures we can choose from. This soft pastel texture, we're going to play with it. And I'm going to kind of show you some applications for that. Okay, so let's just say we wanted to go into this image and we want to add this texture. We can try it at the front. And then if it affects our image too much, we can wiggle it around. So I'm going to just do one. Let's go and grab another texture. Let's see. Okay, so let's also grab and you have to be careful with textures depending on what product that you're working with that you want to be able to create from that. Let's see, this is for sci-fi and futuristic, but don't be afraid to go into areas like science fiction. You can still sometimes get some really cool effects. Like this is a rust and worn industrial metal, glass and transparent. So I'm just going to kind of play. Let's see. Textures for soft and dreamy aesthetic clip art. Now this one would be one you would probably use a lot, like cloud core, angelic and pastel fantasy. These are some things that are really like fairy tale and soft magic. This has some really good stuff. Soft watercolor dreamland, gentle brushstrokes and washes. So we can try this one as well. Okay, so this added that texture. Not sure what's growing out of her head. I think that's supposed to be a hat, but anyway. Okay, so let's go to let's find something that's not as, I'll tell you what, I'll go find an image from over here. Let's see. Oops, this is not the correct one. Don't want to go to that one. I've moved a lot of things around out of these folders, so I don't have a lot of the images that I'm thinking. Okay, so let's grab this first. This one was created but let's grab this little cowgirl image. See how it recreates inside. First, we'll just try it inside the artistic designer, and then we'll start adapting it. Okay, so we want to go back to the soft watercolor, and we're going to put it right up front. And then we're going to see what kind of look we can get from that. Go and select our next texture. That actually was more of an aesthetic style, but we can, this is a light pastel chalk. Okay, so that one didn't, I need to do a little work on this one. Okay, so let me look at what we've got here. This is supposed to be a Scandi style, and I think that this needs to come down here. Scandi style, minimalistic Scandi style needs to go there. Okay, let's try it again. That's a little realistic for, but I did pull it from a different designer, so wiggle some things around. And I didn't add the chalk. Let's go back in and add that too. Light pastel chalk textures. And it's a seasonal textures. Now see, and under the seasonal, we actually even have this delicate floral watercolor wash under the texture. So that would be something we could try with a floral. Okay, so now we're getting there. Okay, cute. So this is the one, this isn't the one that had the top, this is just the washes one, which gives it a really soft little look. And this is the one that has that we added the chalk effects to, which this one actually came out a little less blurry, and that's really cute. I'd have to work on her eyes. So I'm going to go in and just see if we can, with pretty eyes, and see if we can get, now this is, I believe it's the minimalistic that is getting that effect. But let's see. Smiling little girl with pretty eyes, dressed up like a cowgirl. Oh, but this is a trick too that you can use. See these? This is a cute image, so we can go into the human stylizer when we have this happen, and we can choose. Oops, now that's cute. Is that our new image? Let's go back. Okay, so she's cute. She's very cute. And look at that effect. Now that is a really cute image. Now, let me think about what I did to it. I moved things around and took the minimal out of it. I think I could do with pretty eyes. Maybe minimal facial features. I'm going to put it down here so that it is not minimalistic facial features. And just see how that does. But she's actually very cute. This would make a great little pack. And see how amazing the different textures are. And we've got the little blue jeans and everything. Really super cute. And it's all about different styles. Okay, so I was going to go into Human Stylizer, and I was going to go into, she's cute too. Let's go to this one. And I was going to show you how to work with this. And just say, little girl's eyes should be open. Brown eyes. So if you really need that style like I do, now she's really cute, but I really would like to get that minimal, if we could work it back up to the minimal. And let's go back over here. There we go. See, we were able to get her eyes open. The only problem is it doesn't give us any sort of prompt. We could go in and try adding this part to this image and just maybe even put it down here. Little girl's eyes should be open, brown eyes. I'm not sure how that'll work, but then these little girls still could make a really cute pack of clip art, especially this one in that style. But you can actually go in and edit it to, which I think is really cool feature, to be able to go in and add the open those eyes or change the eye color or whatever. Okay, so this one is a little going in that direction. It is a little bit more minimal, and this would also be really cute. We could also go in and we could say, little girl with brown eyes and brown hair. And rounded facial features. Just see what that does. I feel like every video lately is about eyes, and what it is it's because all of us I know want to be able to use that artistic designer for a lot of the things we're doing. So we have to be able to prompt it properly to get the images that we really want, because most of the other designers, there's tons of other designers, and they're going to give us lots of different versions of our prompts. But a lot of us really like this treatment of things as opposed to the really stark, cartoony images. So being able to learn to prompt that properly is important. Okay, so let's look back at something. Let's see. That's all holiday. And then let's see. This is the cool thing about the, okay, so this is in the baby and nursery. So then you have like quilted, you've got cloud-like, wispy cloud-like effects, simple line art. We could try that one on it, simple line art. And let's go back in. Oh my goodness, she is so precious. Now we have a winner right here. This right here is a winner. This is just enough of a semi-realistic look, but it's also very minimal. And this is another winner. So let's see now. We've got this. And we put this at the very tail end, which is very unusual. It's separated from the actual girl. So that's just a little tip. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 of these without doing anything else to it, just to test the theory and see if it will give us the consistent open eyes and still give us that really pretty texture. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in and I want to add this simple line art, clean minimal strokes, and see what we get with it. And then we'll go through here and just look at some other interesting. And one of the things I recommend is if you find an element in your playbook, open like a doc file in Canva or something, and then copy paste those in there. Sort of, excuse me and the yawns. Okay, I know all of you are yawning out there. So, but that's what happens when I get up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning to do videos. But anyway, my house is quiet then. But what I was saying was, if you'll copy and paste those into almost like a cheat sheet, then if those are successful, you already know it, and then you can pull those into your. Okay, so this is the one. Not sure what I did with that one. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Look how cute. So cute. Now her hands are weird, but I could fix her hands. And her hands are better. She is super cute too. We've got open eyes and this is, oh yeah, these are so stinking cute. Okay, let's see if we can do a cowboy. Let's change it out. So we've got this really neat style. And then these are cute too, but in a different way. I like those, but let's work with these because this does give us sort of the cartoony. Okay, so we've got that. All of these, the pastel texture. We've also got the distressed denim and raw edges worked in there. We've got lots of playbook beauty, magic, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back in, though, and we're going to say cowboy. And we've got to make sure, though, that there's no reference to, like, okay, little boy with brown eyes. And down here, little boys, brown eyes. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get a little boy, a cute little boy, to go with our little cowgirl. But yeah, she's cute enough. I would take her in. Let's do that now. Let's take her into Human Stylizer and fix her. See, that's the thing. That's something you can be doing if you have images and you're like waiting on Artistly, because sometimes it can get slower, especially if you're like punching out a lot of images. Go ahead and go into your stylizer. And we're going to go to working textures. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I want that image of the little girl with the weird hands. So we're going to fix her hands. Fix the little girl's hands and fingers. But isn't he cute? He would be really cute to go along with the. Okay. Well, they're much better. This is a cute image. I would probably do that. And it's fairly quick. Really, it's fairly quick. So we could actually go run her through again from where she is. Let's okay. Fix the little girl's hands. And I won't mention fingers, and we'll see if that does it. But he is really cute. Let's see if we regenerate what we're going to get. I'm doing one at a time because I did a lot of testing. So, well, her hand on this side is not. She may end up getting something over that one because she's a really cute image, but it's just not. Those hands just aren't cooperating. Okay, let's look and see what else we can find. But there's a lot of gold in all of these playbooks. Okay, let's see. There's textures. So let's see. You've got stitch patterns like for embroidery, all kind of paper grains, clay, polished metal. Soft hand painted strokes. Very cool. Okay, yeah. These little cowboys are cute. Very cute. Let's see if we can get him to stand by let's see, dressed up like a cowboy, standing beside a brown pony. But the detail on these last few videos, the details we've been able to get under the artistic designer, and now that we're having better success with the eyes, um, it'll make that particular designer a lot better for us to use. And most of these should clean up pretty good. We'll take one over and look at it. There's definitely got to be something wrong with the. Well, let's try that again. Okay, pixel cut. Something's going on with pixel cut because it normally does it a lot faster. So I'm just going to close out of that. They must be having a little bit of a problem. I'll just do this. We'll just try it in Canva and see. And I'm going to turn this into black so I can see. And again, you still have to be a little careful about the textures that you're generating because you want to be able to, if you're doing clip art, you want to be able to remove the background. Now, So cool. Let's go check on our horse. Okay, well, that's a cute image, but the horse is a little realistic. Standing beside a small pony. Let's regenerate it. And let's see. Let's move it from here and leave all that way. And then let's see if we can add it down here. The boy's eyes should be open. Brown eyes, and he should be standing beside a small Shetland pony. And let's just see. The little boy's really cute, though. No, he's not quite as. He's like one of those other levels of cartoony. Not quite as cartoony as this one. The thing about this is if you want to do those images like that, you can always generate the pony separate. And we can even try that. Let's see, regenerate and change out for the little boy, little pony, brown eyes and brown fur. And rounded fit, dressed up like a cowboy. We don't need dressed up. Western theme. I think we can remove all this stuff and then see what we get. Yes, that's a little better. Yeah. His pony's much better and kind of matches with the look. Such a cute image. And then, you could go in and let's see if we can get the pony by itself. Then that'll have a little it'll be isolated. And when you're doing Western packs, then that's always good. Okay, we're going to move along and see if we see anything else really super interesting. Let's see. We ended up with a unicorn. Did I not say Shetland pony? But that's a cute unicorn. So now we have a unicorn. I wonder, I'm going to do 2 images and see if we get 2 more unicorns. Because we didn't ask for a unicorn. So let's see. Pony. Okay, smiling little pony. So let's take the smiling off and just put little Shetland pony. But it's always cute to be able to do a cute little unicorn. I wonder if we actually put unicorn in there, if it actually would give us a unicorn or give us something different. Okay, so we still ended up with a unicorn. I'm not sure why it's giving us unicorns. Let's put not a unicorn. Let's see if that works. But these are cute little unicorn images. Is that the one that... One of these I said, no, that's supposed to be a pony. So who knows? I could remove that. Okay, yeah, we got the pony now. So cute. And then we got another unicorn, which this is the one that we actually put. We wanted a unicorn. No, it isn't. My. So let's just put a unicorn and see if we get a unicorn. But that's a cute unicorn. But here's a cute pony. I'm not doing 4 at a time because I've done a lot of images testing this morning, so I didn't want to bump up so early in the day to my unicorn. Now that one is a unicorn one, but it didn't turn out as good as the other ones did. That's just something for me to test. But the powdery look is there. Getting all of that. There's this little cute little pony. He's very cute. He could go with that whole set. And then again, I always try to bring you full circle so let's make a barn. Let's take the horse out completely. Hand painted little barn. Doesn't have, let's say, little red barn. And then we'll remove the eyes and fur and facial features. I'm going to leave the distressed. So against Western theme. Okay, we got another cute little horse or pony. I think Artistly really likes unicorns because several times I've tried to do horses and it gave me unicorns. But the playbooks are just full of these various different. Okay, so that's interesting. We got a lot of elements that could be used in this pack. And that's very cool. I'm not sure what made it give me that whole sheet. Maybe because of the distressed denim raw, this bit right here. Let's see if it does it again. But that's very neat, and you could definitely break those apart, I feel like. And here are some washes that go right along with it, so that's almost like a whole style sheet. Oh, I know what, this would also be great fussy cut. It'd be some really neat fussy cuts. Oh, look at that. Those are nice. I kind of like. Let's do 2 of them. But I really like those. It's just giving us a whole style sheet. Very neat. Oh, this one's great. That one's great. That one's almost all by itself. Just a really cool. So just changing up the subject has given us a whole bunch of really interesting potential junk journal images. So very cool. Let's do another 2. So neat. And then we've got a bigger barn. So this one would be a good one because you could break it apart here. And you could also include maybe this as well. I think I'll go in and show you how to do that on Canva, just for the heck of it. Okay. So if I were going to break this, I would upload this. And I would make 2 copies of it. So I'd duplicate it, put it like this. And then I would just kind of bring it up like this. Actually, we can do it different. We can use the cutter. Okay, so we can come up this way. And we've got that one. We could do this one the same way. And we've got that image. Then what we'd want to do is create another image or another page. And then we would want to enlarge this and then possibly remove the background. Okay, so background removal is not going to be good for that, so we're going to reverse it. Let's see if this one will do background removal. I don't know. I would probably not. That's interesting, but I wouldn't. So what I would do with this image is go back. I would leave it the way it is and use it for clip art or for junk journals or something to that effect. I wouldn't try to remove the background unless we can go and see if Pixel Cut is working again. They were having a little bit of trouble. Let's see if we can remove the background. Okay, so that does give us just the barn. It took everything else away. So might be an option. Thank you for watching the video, and I want to remind you about the AI Artist Playbooks. They're what I have been using to do this video and do the create the prompts with. And they have tons of different word banks, phrase banks, textures, all the things you need to create your own unique prompts and elevate your prompting and your image creation with AI. You can purchase those on Etsy and on Gumroad. If you are in the EU, you will have to purchase through Gumroad, and I do currently have a discount coupon, and it's summer 50. And if you're buying through Etsy, the discounted prices will already, if there's a current sale, be applied to, and there'll be a sale price. You don't have to use a code. And as far as the playbooks go, the Junk Journal edition is only available on Gumroad. It's not available on Etsy anymore. And so if you don't have Artistly and you've just been watching the videos and you like what you see, there's no time like the present to jump right in. You'll have a lot of fun with it. There are many, many different creators inside Artistly. So, my videos sometimes cover one, sometimes they cover multiple designers inside Artistly. But if you're thinking about buying it, I would appreciate it if you'd use my affiliate link. It's located down in the description, and it does not cost you anything more to use it. You can even use the coupon codes that the company releases occasionally floating around out there. I think they do have a 10% or something going right now, but it may be more. I don't know when you're watching this. So check around and see if there's a coupon code you can apply, and you can help me out and save some money too. I have a Facebook group that is free to join, and I also have a weekly newsletter that is also free to get, and it just has lots of ideas on how to create, how to market your products, all those sort of neat digital product creator things. So that information and those links are also in the description. So you're welcome to join those. I even have a VIP program for anybody. Well, not program. It's a group. It's a Facebook group, but it is a VIP. So once you purchase, then you qualify to belong to that group if you'd like to join it. If you have any trouble making the link is actually in the playbooks. So for that VIP group, or if for some reason you can't find it, just send me a message or a comment or something, and I will help you find out how to get into that group if you've purchased one of the playbooks. And until next time, happy creating.